Hi guys, welcome and welcome back. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by and thank you for clicking on this video. Are you interested in learning how to make a scattered rhinestone effect? Now, if you are interested in learning that, then this is the video for you. If you want to spice it up with embroidery like what I'm wearing, or just plain old rhinestones, then keep on watching. Guys, we are in Silhouette Studios Business Edition. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to get the text that I want to make this scattered template. To do that, you're going to go over to your left where you see this toolbar. You're going to see an A with a vertical bar. You are going to click on it. And then you're going to click on anywhere on your canvas. When you do that, you are going to see that you have a little cursor right here. So what you're going to do, you're going to type your word. I'm going to type the word mama. All right, and I use lower caps because that's what I want. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Now it's going to default to Arial. All right, so when you type it, it's going to default to Arial. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to my left where you see this A and a small a. That's the font. So I'm going to click on that. And the font that I'm going to use for this project is bold script. So I'm going to click on that. Now this is what you are going to have. Now when I change the font, before I do anything, I'm going to duplicate it. I'm just going to click on the file and press Alt and it will duplicate. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to add a glyph to this font. Now the glyph that I want to put on this font is I'm gonna change that first M to another M. So to get the glyph, you're gonna go up to your text style right here where you see this G. You're going to click on it and I'm gonna scroll down to this one, this M. So that's the one I'm gonna use, and I'm just going to delete the first one. Okay, so this is what we are going to have. Just gonna stretch it out for you to see what I'm doing. Now, because this is a script font, you have to go ahead and weld this font. So I'm gonna go up here where it says Objects, and I'm going to go to modify and I'm going to press weld. Now what weld does is that it makes it one whole piece instead of having little pieces of the letters inside. After I do that, I'm going to go back to object and I'm going to make it a compound path. Now when I make it a compound path, this is what you are going to have. You are going to size it however size you want. I'm going to leave it right here at a 10.407 inches. Okay, I'm going to put some color on this. I'm going to try to see if I could just add colors as I go so that you could see clearly what I'm doing. All right, now that we have this is okay for me. This is what I want to work with. Now the next thing I am going to do, I am going to open two of my panels. Okay, the first one I'm going to open my rhinestone panel, which is this one, and I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it to the side, and I'm going to open my offset panel. Now the offset panel is this panel right here that has a star on it, and the rhinestone panel has this little rhinestone looking thing right there. It looks like a gem. All right, the next thing I'm going to do, the first thing I want to do is I am going to make an internal offset on this. Why? I want to get that out the way first, and then I go ahead and do the others. Before I start doing the scatter, I'm going to make an internal offset in the mama. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here and it says internal offset. I'm going to click on it. It's going to default to a 0.125. That is okay. Going to press apply. You could ask yourself, do you want the corners to be rounded or you want them to be curved? I'm gonna keep it as curved, even though it's a rounded font. Let me see what rounded looks like. Okay. All right, so I'm going to press apply. Now when I press apply, before taking anything off, I'm going to go up to my objects panel and I'm going to make it a compound path. Now when I make it a compound path, I'm going to go over to my colors, which is this one right here, because it's showing there's no color, and I'm going to add a color to it, and then I'm going to take the line off. So this is what we are going to have. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the purple. I'm going to zoom up. I'm going to select the purple. You know the purple is selected because right here it is showing purple. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to create an offset on this purple. I'm going to go over back to the offset panel. I'm going to create offset, and this offset, I'm actually going to leave it at a 0.125, and I'm going to press apply. When I do that, I'm going to add my rhinestone, my edge to it. So I'm going to click here on edge. Okay, and when I click on edge, you'll see that rhinestones they're being added. I'm going to change my spacing. So I'm looking at my rhinestone panel here. I'm going to change my spacing to a 0.15 because that's the first one, and I just like having that one close together. Now this is what you are going to have. Now I'm going to put a color on it for you to see what I am actually doing, because I don't want you to get lost in the process. So I'm going to put black, and then I'm going to take the line off. Remember, we take the line off to get that red line off. Now when I do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another offset using the black rhinestones that we just did. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create offset. When I create offset, it's going to default to a 0.125. I'm going to change that to a 0.170 or a 0.160 or 65. Anywhere there would be a nice place. I'm going to press apply, and I'm going to change the spacing to a 0.39. Okay, so I'm going to press enter. All right, so here we have this first one. We change the spacing to a 0.39. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, instead of showing you each time how to change the spacing, I'm just going to go ahead and change the spacing as I go. So for this one, for this first one, so this now is my first scatter, I'm going to put a color for you to see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a color for you to see what I'm doing. I am going to make it green. Just going to make it green for now. And I'm going to take the line off. Okay. So this green one would be my first scatter. I'm going to make this scatter, instead of 0.39, I'm going to do 0.75. Okay. So that's my first scatter. I'm going to create another offset for my other scatter. It's going to default to a 0.75, but I'm going to show you what to do. So I'm going to press offset. It's going to be 0.160. I want it to stay there. I'm going to press apply. But for my scatters, this time I'm going to do 0.100. I'm going to press enter. Now I'm going to make it green again because I want it to see what I'm doing. Okay, so that looks good. I'm going to make another offset. Okay, that looks good. And I am going to press apply. And for this offset, I'm going to make it 0.200. I'm going to press enter. And I'm going to change that color again to green. I'm going to take the line off. Okay, that looks good. It's actually big, but I'm going to make another offset. Okay, I'm going to press apply, and I'm going to change that spacing to a 0.250 this time, and I'm going to change the color. Okay, now this looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to take the line off. All right, so this looks good. The only thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change that black to green just to make it the same color as the others. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so this looks amazing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the purple, and I'm going to put a edge run around it. It's going to default to whatever you had it. I'm going to change it to a 0.15, and that is what we have. That looks amazing. Now for the inside, which is the blue, I am going to actually use a radial fill for that one, and I'm gonna let it stay at 0.15. Okay, now this is what you have. It is super large. I don't want it this large, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select everything. I'm going to right click, and I'm gonna group it together because I want to change the size of everything. I'm gonna make this 11.3 because when you release the rhinestones, you don't want it to be over 11 point. Okay, so this is what we have. This is what it looks like. This looks amazing so far. The rhinestones look okay. I'm going to ungroup it, everything. For the last rhinestone, this is basically optional. You could choose to make your scatters however you want. I'm gonna just change it and see. Okay, that looks a little bit better. All right, so I changed it to 0.300. All right, so this is what we have. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to duplicate this. So I'm gonna go down just a little bit. I'm gonna press Alt and drag. Okay, I'm gonna group this together. This you could make in a different size if you want. And this one, we are going to release all these stones. So I'm gonna release these stones, and we are just going to go ahead and move around the stones so that they look good. It's gonna take a while for it to be released. Okay guys, so this is what you have. This looks good. This looks good. You could go ahead and take off the purple part if you don't want it, if you don't like it, but I like it this way. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to release, not release the stone, we already released the stones. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and move the stones around so that they look good. So I'm going to just zoom up. So spaces like this, that is too big. You're going to copy a stone. To copy a stone, I usually just press Alt and drag. Alt and drag. See? Because this is a script font. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to just clean this up. ahead and I moved around the stones. Now we are gonna go ahead and put it together. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to up to my top where you see panels. I'm gonna go to select by color, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to by fill. Okay, so I'm gonna go to by fill, and it will show you all the colors that you have on your canvas. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to first select the purple, and I'm going to go to objects. I'm going to group the purples together. After I group the purples, I'm gonna go ahead and make it a compound path. The color is gonna go away. All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select another color. Then I'm gonna select all the greens. I'm gonna go to object. I'm gonna group them first. After you group it, you have to make it a compound path. Color is gonna go away. I'm gonna use a lighter green. Then I'm going to take the color off. Then the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select the blue, and I'm going to group it first. After I group it, I'm going to make it a compound path. So all of this is being done in objects. Okay, so this is what you are going to have. Now after you do that, all you're going to do is select everything, and then you are going to group it together. And this is how you make a scattered rhinestone template. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Alright guys, so I'm gonna do brush them in. I'm using white cloth for this one, for the outline. If you cut your templates correctly, it's going to brush in. It's going to just fall into place. See? Stones fell in. Now I'm going to transfer it. Okay guys, I'm gonna put this together. I'm gonna first do the outline. Okay guys, you could totally leave it like this if you don't want the inside of it, because this looks amazing the way it is. You could do it that way, or you could put the inside on it. Which is this one. Let me know which one you would have preferred, if you would have put the inside or leave it the way it is. Let me know what you would have done. That looks good. Okay guys, this is the final result. Wow, it is pretty. It is pretty. Alright guys, let me know what you think of this design. In this video I used white cloth for the outline. I believe that it turned out pretty well with the white cloth. It just brings it up. And then for the sketchers I used Sapphire AB, and then for the inside I used this pretty blue that I always forget. I'll post it when I get the chance. All right guys, so if this was helpful, let me know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.